You were talking
Yeah,
about death.
yes. Well, I may say there is no death. There is no death. There's just this, you know. And this has nobody in it to die. There's nobody here to die. This is just uh here by itself. Emotions may arise, feelings may arise in it, you know. There may seem to be somebody who's suffering, or it may appear somebody who's suffering, who has cancer, TB, you know. But really, there is no somebody. There's just this appearing as that. So everything is just beautiful, just the way it is. This has nothing to die. This is doesn't contain anything. It's just nothing. It's just the way it is. That may be viewed as just an appearance or a thought that arises in it. You know, birth and death is just a thought. And when thoughts are looked for, they can never be found. Even the finder is say that there is nothing happening already. There's nothing happening. So there's no real you. There's just what is, or this undisturbed silence appearing as a you. There is no real. So nobody was ever born and nobody will ever. So there's just emptiness. And what seems to be things is just this emptiness appearing.
Hey, Kosi, you're
And this is wordless.
you're going in and out quite a bit, freezing periodically.
Okay, let's check the network. Can you hear me?
Not right now, I can't. Uh, yeah, I could, but it's going out. It's freezing like every 10 seconds for every 30 seconds or something. Like you're frozen right now. Are you logging in with your phone?
No, I'm using my computer, laptop.
Yeah, but your laptop connects to your phone's internet. Is that right? Sorry, did you hear me?
No. I didn't.
Your laptop connects to your phone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so maybe turn your phone off and on. That could refresh the cache and make it work. And then log back on. You want to try that?
Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. Yeah.
All right. I have
Yeah,
a good
it's
feeling
okay
about
now.
this.
Yeah.
We interrupted your mojo. Do you know this word mojo? Mojo is
No.
mojo is kind of a American black blues um expression for magic,
Oh yeah.
but means it's kind of like a cross between magic and luck, which
Yeah.
appears to be the way that magic works. Half magic, half luck. Comes and goes, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway. There's so much like that that is it feels like you should hold on to, you know, just given the way that we're trained in society or whatever, it's conditioned. We should hold on to death as being wrong. Person as being real, you know, mourning the passing, taking a tide of luck seriously, of, you know, the flow of money and good fortune and bad fortune. Everything grabs you and pulls you into taking it more seriously. What everybody says, it's all reflected back to you, you know. Good job. No, I didn't do that. Bad job. Oh, that wasn't me. It's hard to escape that kind of perspective. It's hard to drop it.
Yeah.
It's
But
coming in.
it's it cannot really grab what you really are. It can only grab with the idea you have of who you are or what you take yourself to be or an image that you have given to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because the image is always there, and that's there seems to be something that arises to protect it all the time. Mm. It's like somebody burst and say, "Don't talk to me that way. You have to respect me." A person is trying to protect that image. You know,
Yeah.
but when it is seen that it's nothing, there's nothing there. You know, so the these there are no buttons. You know, you can say whatever you wanna say, it doesn't stick because it's seen that there's nothing here. There's no person. You know, there's nobody. So whatever is being said is just
All you have to do is remember that constantly without fail in a million different ways. No time, no space, no person, no labels, no anything.
But when it is seen that there's nobody there, and it's also recognized that there's nobody to remember anything. There's just nothing. You know, there's just nothing here. You know, when the attention is focused on only in the space, not on the items that are rising, that are appearing in the space. Because in most cases, the attention is focused on the items. You know, may say, "Oh, I like that one. Oh, I dislike this one. Okay, I prefer that one." All right. But when the attention is focused on the space, it is seen that the space and what appears in it are one. There's just space. Everything is space, even what appears in it. It's just one thing. The body is seen as space. It's just spaciousness. The laptop, spaciousness. The house, spaciousness. But when the attention is focused only on what seems to be appearing in the space, on the items, then it may be seen as if there are real people, real things.
Yeah.
Mm. And this also may appear as what seems to be a separate self, you know, separate self trying to find this, which is itself, and being afraid of losing that image.
Yeah.
Yet the image is not there already, it's just it's appearing as that.
Forest has been very beautiful in the last week. It's been cold. It's been getting below freezing, so there's frost on the rocks and on the moss. Sometimes a little bit of ice, little puddles. But people don't like to go out when it's that cold, so I tend to have the whole forest by myself, which is nice. I go sit on this little island that's kind of between two brooks that come together, and sit with the trees. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's like it's been for thousands of years, you know. When I'm there, there's nothing that I can see that man made, you know, besides the trails. Sometimes there's some trails, but that's it. And
Mm.
and I usually sit down, I give myself a half an hour. But it takes a while to get there to where I like to go, the island. So I've been having more time in the morning. And when I start my journey, I'm excited. It's so gorgeous out there, and it's so much fun, the stillness, and my mind is running, in an excited way, and it's happy and it's self-congratulatory. As dumb as that seems, and even when I get there, I look around and it's so gorgeous. I spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes just settling down, you know, until I can just focus on nothing
Yeah.
but what I see, you know. and the stillness.
Yeah, the beauty of those surroundings, as well. Yeah, it's that's okay. That's okay too. But it's um it may come and go, because when you get back to the house, it may seem as if it's different. But when you are in your house, and when you are there, like sitting under those trees, there is that underlining silence, that's undisturbed silence, that is always there when you are in your house and when you are there. So that's one. It doesn't change. It's always the same. It may
Yeah.
seem to arise when you are there sitting there, but it doesn't really arise. It's always there when you are walking, driving, in the meeting. The same silence that is felt when you are under those trees is felt even when there's a meeting in the boardroom, somebody shouting, there's a deadline, you have to, it's just there. So I may say as well, when you are there in your office, at work, doing your work, it's just try to see, try to find that that silence, that peace there in the busy traffic, you know, because it's really the same as when you're there. It's the
Yeah.
same. It doesn't change.
My job, I'm old. I'm old, but I'm also at the top of my game, because it's taken me a long time to learn stuff, and now it's automatic. It just comes to me. I know a lot more than, I know more than anybody in the very tiny thing that I know. I work with other people, same story, right? They know more than anybody in the tiny thing that they know. And my mind has not started to slip yet. So it's automatic. It's like, when I work, a lot of times it's really rapid, and it's rapid exchange of information, talking, listening, doing things that are important. And so it very much is flow. Very, very often there's no human discord, but if there is, it's people quickly go by it. They don't take it personally. They don't hold grudges. Most of the people I work with, I've worked with for a very long time, so we're very used to our eccentricities, um,
Yeah.
rough edges. So there's a different kind of silence, a fluid silence.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and that silence, uh, it doesn't get disturbed by anything. You don't come out of it. It's not the silence that is made of what's or that is supported, or that is as a result of a place that you are in. If it's quiet, then there's silent noise, just silencing when there's so much noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just there. It's just there in a sense that it even covers the noise as if there's no noise. It's greater than the noise. It's louder. Silence is louder than the loudest noise. So everything comes up from there. In the meeting, when they think about some ideas, great ideas, you don't have to like, there's no so much effort that will be used, you know. There's just things are coming up, like they just flow. You may find that you are overflowing with ideas, beautiful ideas, creativity just comes up naturally. Don't have to, you know, use so much effort in trying to figure out what to do.
I wish I could share the
So the
forest with you.
silence, sorry.
I wish I could share the forest with you. I feel like you deserve to be in this forest.
Yeah, I must say that when you sent me those photos, you know, I was hearing the noise where I was. There was so much noise, taxis hooting, and but when I viewed those photos, you know, suddenly everything just became quiet. It was as if I was there already in the forest. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah,
yeah, I can dig it. The freshness of the air, when the air is like right below freezing and there's moisture in it, but it's just so crisp. It's like you're breathing ice, you know.
yeah,
It's just so refreshing every breath. And it's like ice, but it's it's the dirt, it's like an active dirt. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
it's actively transforming from leaves to soil in a way that you can totally smell that transformation, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
wow, that's beautiful. Do you sometimes go to that place like barefooted or you just wear shoes?
Well, it's been too cold to be barefoot.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I will. I will. I mean, I've had to bundle up quite a bit, hat, coat, scarf, boots. And this morning it was
Mm.
raining, so I meditated under an umbrella.
Oh, wow, nice.
But
But
yeah,
still you could smell that.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But
Mm.
yeah, I think that there's a lot of roots on the trail. There's a lot of rocks, a lot of quartz and rocks around too. Um, but I think it'd be okay to go barefoot. When it gets warm enough to go
Yeah,
barefoot, I'll go barefoot. Yeah.
yeah. You should try that one. It's very nice. You know, it's just you feel that connection with
Yeah.
you know, the earth itself. You know, it's just yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
This place I've been sitting, it's like the little island has a lot of moss on it. A lot of moss. And about 3 or 4 birch trees, some of which have had to grow um, with the river kind of going under it. So all of the tree goes down, and then all of the roots go to the side to cling to this little, you know, um, so they've lived their life hanging over the river even at the very root, at the very base of the trees, a few of them. So I've been
Oh.
hanging out with those guys. They really have,
Wow.
personalities. Sometimes I can feel them. I say, okay, this one is a young man, you know. This one is a woman. This one has been here for a very long time. You can just feel their vibrations, you know.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
personalities. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have waterfall there?
No. There's lots of waterfalls in the state. And I've been, you know, when I was a kid, I would go to the waterfalls. But around here, there's like, you know, there's a little terrain, but there's not mountains right here. But if you drive 1 or 2 hours from here, there's mountains everywhere. And lots of waterfalls. And you can find waterfalls. There's nobody else around, you know, and enjoy the waterfall. In California, when you found a waterfall, it would be like, you know, tons of people. But so you can, so when it gets warmer, we'll go walking and hiking where there's waterfalls. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Right.
But part of the thing that's so amazing about this forest is that this forest is not very amazing. You know, I mean, all the trees are about the same. They're all about the same height. The terrain isn't that uneven, you know, it's all covered in leaves. Um, it all looks the same, you know, except for a few little places. Um, and that in itself is very beautiful, you know. It's not like it's not like there's an amazing view out over a valley or, you know, you can't really see a sunset because, you know, the way that the sun goes down over the hill or whatever. It's just all just trees, mist. Yeah.
Yeah, there must be that wonderful silence as well.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. When I was in Nepal, I, we went by a tree that was 2,500 years old and had been a tree where it's an old tantric community, you know, had been there for a long time where people would come and slaughter animals um, to the god in the tree or whatever. It's a sacred tree. That was and that tree had lived a long time, you know. I mean, you could tell it was just parts of it were just gnarled and, you know, uh, left to die and scarred and, you know, it wasn't that big of a tree. The base was big, but it never got very big because it's in the middle of this urban area, you know. People keep on hanging dead animals on it.
So
But
that's what used to happen, like in the olden days,
oh,
or
still on
still, even now.
yeah, still on Saturdays, people locals will come and sacrifice animals at the tree. Yeah, yeah. But I think that, you know, it's really frowned upon. They no longer sacrifice large animals. I think they just now do like chickens or whatever. I don't know. Um, but you know, in the rural communities, I think, I mean, the government tries to get people to not do that for animal cruelty, but there's only so much influence that they have. Um, so this was a more of an urban area, so I don't think they probably did big things anymore. Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I know even here people they do the same things. They slaughter, they would go like by the beach offshore and they would just slaughter chickens. They would put put blood in the water. Don't know for what reason, but that's what they do.
Is it part of the Zulu
Some,
tradition or different tradition?
yeah, I think it's part of, they say it's part of the Zulu tradition. Yeah. Some they would wear their church uniforms and go there with slaughter chicken and put some candles with different colors.
Yeah. I think, when you love somebody, you want to give them something.
Yeah,
They're moved by the love of God, and that's a misdirected way to express the love, I think. You know,
yeah, yeah,
because
that's
after
true.
all, they could eat the chicken and stay alive, right? I mean, they're giving something that's meaningful to them, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the love that is felt, it's it's just makes you to give, you know, you give uh unconditionally, just give. You feel it comes to you and then you just feel like giving. I always notice that those people, those um street kids in town where there's a Durban town I live, they usually come and will ask some bread for me to buy them some bread, and then I will take out the cash, buy bread or milk and give it to them. So it feels good to do that. It feels good. It feels good.
Are these teenagers or are they young kids or
Yeah, they are teenagers. Teenagers. Some are older. Some are older.
so these are the people
Yeah.
that do drugs that you're talking about on the streets? Is that kind of the crowd you're talking about or yeah.
Yeah. They're the ones. They're the ones. Because before I used to, when we were doing Bible study, because we used to do Bible study a long time ago. So we would gather them together and just buy food for them. If some are lacking some clothes, we would just bring bring our clothes, old clothes, and share with them, give it to them, or buy them sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, there are so many. There are so many. But if at the time it comes up that I should share some words, then I'll share words. And then if it doesn't come up, then I'll just give what I have, and then yeah.
They don't know you from Bible study, right? I mean, they're not the same crowd, right? It's just you
No,
got
they are
used.
not.
Yeah.
They are different people, different people.
What I always found so frustrating about reaching out to the homeless here was you never know what happens to them. You know,
Yeah,
you never know if they die or if they get a job or if they move home, or what happens. You just never know.
yeah, that's true. They suddenly disappear. Because most of those people I used to meet when we were doing Bible study, they're no longer there. They're no longer there. There are few of them who are still there. I'll see them sometimes, but most of them they're gone. They're gone. So yeah. Yeah, this loves itself because there's only itself. There's nobody. It loves itself. As I always say, it sees no individual at all. There's no individual. It sees itself. But if somebody approaches and say, "Oh, hi Nkosi, how are you doing?" Then it will respond as if it's Nkosi, and then but it knows itself as nothing.
Yeah.
It knows itself as nothing. It doesn't know Nkosi because it doesn't see Nkosi. It doesn't see the other. It sees everything as itself.
The point that I've got to in my development, it's I don't take myself seriously, but I've got a role that I have to take pretty seriously, right? I provide for, the family needs a house, you know, I have a job at a company, the company has people who work there who have families, who have to provide for the families. I have a role that I take seriously. My body feels empty. I have a very distinct feeling of emptiness in my body, particularly when I'm sleeping or paying attention. But there's a glow, emptiness, but there's a glow.
Yeah.
But still the mind will chug, will chug.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bring me down to worry very often. But sometimes, worrying about money, coming in for the company to feed all the families. That has to happen sometimes. But for the most part, it's it feels like I'm at a foot in both worlds. You know,
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's beautiful because to say there's nothing here, then I don't care about what's happening, it's not it's okay, but it's not okay. Because no, you have to, as you have said, you have to be in the role. You have to like if people see you as that as as Charles, you have to take that role as well as Tim. But knowing very well that you are not that, you're just beyond that. But you have to be in that role, just knowing that this is a play, in a way you just you may seem to engage with it and just respond as you're supposed to respond to anyone. Yeah. It's not to when this is seen, it's not that like the character now should be neglected. He neglects everything. That you say this is a story. I don't care about the story. No.
well, I'll send you more pictures of the forest
Please do.
in the morning.
Please do. I
In the
love those
mornings,
pictures.
in the mornings while I'm in there, I'll I'll take pictures and send them to you.
Yeah. Um
Uh-oh.
last time I think you gave me those pictures that had missed.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that was a particularly beautiful day when it was misty. It added a lot of kind of a better dimension. The photos can't, the little camera can't capture, the magnificence. I mean, you look at this, you'll look at a hill and bunch of trees and, a stream, and you take a picture of it, and it's just this tiny little thing. You can't see any, you know, picture
Yeah.
can only do so much, but it seems to capture the aura. Yeah. So I'll send you pictures.
I would love to see them. I would love to see them.
It's
Yeah, I
8:10.
think as well today I'll go and see and check on Martha. I'll call
Okay.
her and see if she's free, and then I'll go and meet up with her today.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good. I realize it's now 8:10. You need to take your auntie to the bus stop. So
Yeah, she's getting ready. She's getting ready now. Now it's only the two of us in the in the room, in the house.
there's more than one room in the house, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, there's more than one room.
so you have your own bedroom now?
Yes, yes, I do.
That's nice. Where your brother and his wife were.
Yeah, there's a nearby place that is called Gonyameni. They went there. They bought a house there. Yeah, but it's quite far, but not very far. It's more like a rural area,
Oh,
some sorts. Yeah, yeah.
huh. So how long does it take to get there by car?
Uh, I think it's. Oh, let me ask my auntie. Let me. Kota singakanani samini lapha mncane? Oh, she says it's quite far. Maybe mhlawumbe isikhathi singakanani? Yeah, she says it's quite far.
What is this language that you're speaking?
Zulu.
It's Zulu.
Yeah, it's the Zulu language.
Official language of the country is English, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But does your auntie speak English?
Yeah, she does sometimes, especially at work.
I see. But
Yeah,
you guys don't speak Dutch or anything else? It's just English and Zulu?
yeah, it's just English and Zulu. Yeah,
Just English.
some in other parts of the some other provinces they speak Sotho and Xhosa and some other languages, but it's always English. English is the second language. Yeah, I
Huh.
think English is the second language and Zulu is the first language. It's very strong, when you pronounce. That's why my accent is words are strong. Because of the Zulu, I'm used to speaking Zulu.
It's beautiful. Beautiful sounds coming out of your mouth.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll send you the video when it's ready and send you a donation and speak to you next week.
Thanks. Thank you.
Go see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Say hi to your aunt.
Okay. Nabingilan Charles.
Well, thanks.
She says hi
Okay.
in Zulu.
Okay.
I say yes in Zulu. Hi
Okay.
in English.
Is she
Hi.
speaking?
Yakhuluma.
I say hi in Zulu in English. In Zulu, I say yebo.
Oh, she said hi in English, in Zulu, yebo. Yebo means
Yebo.
hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell your aunt Yebo.
Just it's yebo. It's nothing.
Take care, Nkosi.
Oh,
Okay.
Bye.